on a rotating, whirling, twirling rock in space that is just a fantasy in your head.
Comes to a light in the sky being a gas in a vacuum. Second law of thermodynamics violation, a violation of a natural law.
Of the chemtrails, they put little, these nanobot things, that come down, come inside of us.
Hello and welcome. We are the Shills, a group of YouTube creators and debunkers coming together for live roundtable chats, guests, interviews, live debunks, and more. Tonight on the show, we have the sky blanket of death, the invasion of the moon, and joining us for this crazy is the fantastic one and only Planarwalk. So let me hand this over to somebody who has always got something really good on tap for you, the sarcastic barman.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Dawson. Sorry, I'm still laughing at that. The invasion of the moon. Jesus. Oh, such a good title. Anyway, Squire, how are we doing tonight? How are you?
Oh, doing really good. And yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Having a good week, a very good week. So you missed out on a very nice night in London. We need to work on our Shills instant transportation system and have a proper get-together.
I think Q branch is close, just not quite, and then we'll really have this down.
Awesome. Cannot wait. So I suppose I better introduce our special guest, really. Planarwalk, are you there?
Ahoy, hoy.
Hey, that's the noise we like to hear. So, I've got to ask, why ahoy hoy? I've been meaning to ask for ages, and I always forget to ask.
So, yeah, this is a question that I get asked a lot, and it's... So the story of it might be a bit underwhelming to some, because usually people will expect it to have some kind of significance, but...
I just thought you might be a Monty Burns fan or something like that.
So, yeah, it is partially to do with that, but it's also partially to do with Alexander Graham Bell. So essentially what I was doing is I was watching a video a while back, and it said about, it was talking about ahoy hoy and why in The Simpsons Monty Burns says ahoy hoy, and apparently it was due to Alexander Graham Bell proposed ahoy hoy as a greeting on the telephone.
The original, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, cool. So I was on the phone to my ex, well, at the time she was my girlfriend, but I answered with ahoy hoy, right? And everybody laughed, and I was like, what if I use that for my YouTube channel? So
it works. It works. It's very you, and it works, to be fair. It's your sort of little catchphrase at the start of the videos. And I love it when I hear it start a video, I think, yes, this is going to be good.
Yes, I believe that it was actually a competition between Thomas Edison and Alexander Graham Bell. And it was actually Thomas Edison's word for hello that was actually favored in the end. So I like it. It's a nice little nod to Alexander Graham Bell.
It is, to be fair. And perfect timing there, AB, because you're actually next on my list to say hello to for the evening.
Sorry for interrupting.
No, that's worked absolutely perfect. I'm looking at my list. You're next. And then I've got the monkey, but we'll leave him for now because he's probably asleep.
Or climbing a tree.
Yeah, that too. So how are you, Mr. AB? I've seen you've hit a very big milestone today.
Yeah, pretty smashing. I hit 666 subscribers overnight. The timing of it was a bit of a pain in the ass because I'd actually planned to have a really spooky thing, like keep track of my subscriber list, and as soon as it hits 666, I would launch it to kind of freak that 666 subscriber out. But unfortunately, I came in like in the middle of the night. I was passed out asleep, so...
Oh, that's fine. But I have to say to anyone watching who hasn't seen AB666 comments video, fucking hell, it's hilarious. I pissed myself laughing. The voices for all the comment reading was fucking perfect. And you have the funniest fucking stupid trolls, I will have to say.
I mean, the guy was clearly a Poe. I mean, there's no way that anyone can actually think they can convincingly say that they are, what was it? A general, a mechanical engineer, a full-time professional bricklayer, a full-time professional plasterer, a full-time professional landscape gardener, a full-time professional. Seriously, I think I counted about 16 professions.
God. You have to get the general bit right, though. It was a scouts general, which just made me laugh even fucking more. That was
a scouts general.
That was just the icing on the cake.
I tell you what, they haven't got. I bet they ain't got a fucking monkey.
And speak of the devil, there he is. Oi, oi.
Oi, fucking oi.
That's the one. You're next on my list. That's perfect timing for you, Squire. And how are we? Have we recovered from London?
Yes, mate. Yes, eventually.
Next time you left. Oh.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll make sure I've had a better night's sleep the night beforehand.
To be fair, you did say you were knackered in the morning.
Yeah. I'm surprised I fucking stayed awake as long as I did.
Oh, you did well. You did well. I mean, it's a shame people like Dick Dawson and Logical couldn't have joined us, but fair play. We had Anti-Flatter. He came a long way for a few drinks, but it was a good night.
Yeah,
fucking hell, though. That first pub, fucking £6 for a pint. It was fucking ridiculous.
Absolute joke. But do you know what? You know, we never know how far this channel's going to go. It might be a time when we can do that. You know, when the channel pays for it. You know, who knows?
That would be.
We become
awesome.
fucking rich because we rock, and no one else has fucking got a monkey.
Wait, are you saying that you don't get a NASA shill check?
It's a pathetic amount at the moment.
I donate my shield money to charity.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm a charity. If anyone else wants to donate, I'm quite happy with that. I do have to ask, though, with Logical Troglodyte, do we have to get a time machine to go to Pangaea for where his cave is and things? Or what do you say, Logical?
Thanks for noticing me. They had beers in London without me. That's okay.
Well, we wished you were there, bruv.
I wish I was there too. You guys sounded like you had some fun.
We did,
It was
man.
good. It was only a light.
Is funny as fuck.
He is, to be fair. He doesn't come across as much as you do, but you are a funny bloke.
Yeah, man.
But, it's a shame. And anyway, how are we, Mr. Logical? How's things in the cave? How's Babs? Babes, even? Christ,
don't be saying the name wrong. She'll think I have a girlfriend and I will be in the doghouse. I can't afford a flea collar for me and the dog both. But we are doing very well. Everything's all spiffy here, as one of my buddies, Regical, would say. And, just trying to get caught up on all the different projects we got going on and pulling my hair out. And I don't have enough time.
Oh, there are not enough hours in the day. It's fucking ridiculous. Hopefully, when Anti-Flatter's back in the future, he can let us know what's happening in advance and we can pre-prepare.
Well, I'm in the future.
God, I miss having
You are
that
in the
little
future, yes.
in there.
But no, it's all good. Anything we need to know, Mr. Logical, about things going on? Because I haven't actually asked anyone, so I may as well start with you asking.
I was just thinking that. You never asked me on Thursday.
Well, it's probably because we don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. But do you know what? I was going to shield someone else.
That's all right.
Well, don't worry. It's a good
that
stream.
we care
There'll be
about.
plenty of time.
Anyway.
Yeah. I'm still working on getting that live stream together at 1 a.m. Central Daylight American Time. What is that? 7 a.m. British Summer Time on the 28th. Got the full panel set. Everything's all good to go. We're going to run a little test stream, make sure that hopefully nothing will goof up. So if you're a North American vampire, be sure to join. If you're in Europe or, down in the South Pacific with Australia and New Zealand and whatnot, be sure to be there. It's supposed to be a 500-ish special, but we still have like 26 subs to go to make it such. But whether we hit the 500 or not, we're having a fun show anyway.
Oh, well, I've got my video still to record for next week. I'll be sure to push that to get you to that 500 mark, you jammy twat. You're only 200 above me. But yeah, right. Let's see. That's everyone main on the list. We'll have to say hello to the lovely Kerry Mack, who's holding the moderator's seat tonight. She's in charge of the chat, in charge of the comments. So if you got anything to let us know about, make sure you tag the Shills. Would you like to say hello, Kerry, or are you hiding?
I'm here. Hello. How are you all?
Yay!
I'll try not to break stuff for you tonight. Okay.
Nice to hear you.
Hopefully not. And then that returns me to where I'm sorted with the lovely Mr. Dick Dawson, who I didn't really actually speak to. So, Dick, how's it all going? What's happening with World Metal Feud?
Well, we're planning a weekly live stream coming up with some people, and we're hoping to reach out into the flat earth and other pseudoscience communities to see if we can't actually get somewhere towards doing the game show live. That is kind of the goal here. There's some work being done. There's a couple of little videos about to come out as well, but we're working towards a real live game show in the possible future. We're trying. Hopefully it works.
That sounds goddamn awesome. Each week when we've talked about the new relaunch of World Model Feud coming out, it's just made me more and more excited. I cannot goddamn wait.
Oh, and I'm so close. You know, the last ideas are coming into place. So very soon there'll be some really cool shit going on.
Awesome. Right, just before we play the video, I better not leave the monkey hanging there in the tree and just ask him if he's got anything he wants to shill or talk about.
Well, the things I was going to talk about come out. The little Mr. Sensible, which I thought was fucking hilarious when he had me in the shed. If you haven't seen that, did you watch that one?
I am about 4 days behind on videos. I lost an entire day. Someone got me drunk in London.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did catch that one. It was hysterical.
Oh, yeah, it was funny. So watch that. What he does with me is hilarious. And obviously this comments video, which is going to take a little while. So, you know, just hang in there because this is going to be epic.
There's a lot of comments there for you to sift through. I mean, what was the latest count? I think just on that video alone, there are about 300 from that asshole.
Yeah, I mean,
was a
obviously most of them I won't bother with, but yeah, I've got a lot to go through. But I know where a lot of the good ones are. So, and plus,
Yeah, it was.
I've got.
It was one of the worst
as well.
cases of verbal diarrhea I have ever seen. Like that was just horrific, man.
Yeah,
This guy's
well,
good.
I know, it's unbelievable. And then he done what, sarcastic barman, then logical troglodyte.
I was gonna say, did you see the comment he put on Logicals though about I've never really commented before?
Yeah, I know.
What the fuck?
At least not
you,
underneath
yeah.
that pseudonym.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I tell you what, if he has never commented before, he's just trying to catch up.
God, yeah, he's put more
Holy
comments in the
God.
fucking week than I've done all month.
And it's just, yeah, you reply to one, and then he hits you with 10.
Yeah.
So I've
Oh,
got
yes.
anyway. I've got a steaming cup of reason on board with this, and he's you know, he's going to help me destroy this motherfucker.
Awesome. That's what we like to
Oh,
hear. Well,
we should have posted him a link to the Shills. Damn it!
well, it's not too late. If anyone wants to send, what was his name? Alex Morales?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anyone
He
wants to send
actually
him a link
approached
to the
me
video,
yesterday asking
he can
advice
come
on
and
how to
watch us.
build videos.
I know.
Oh, I saw that, yeah.
Do you know what? Do you know what I did? I sent him my email and said, "Oh, I'll help you, bro."
I'm happy to help anyone if you ask for advice
Yeah.
nicely. If they're a twat,
Certainly.
they can fuck off.
No, I mean, if he wants to make videos, and because he said from his phone, and I just said, I make them from my phone. Here's my email. I'll help you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, at the end of the day, the more fluffs there are on YouTube, you know, the more fun you can have. But
Hey, look,
that was
It gives us all more content.
that
Yes.
was my philosophy when I told Right to Hand, actually, go and make a YouTube channel and put your shit there, and then we
Yeah.
can deal with it then. But
that
the stuff that he's been coming out with is fucking brilliant.
I know.
Oh yeah.
Well,
And,
I mean,
you know,
this stuff you can make a video on. You know, it's perfect. This Alex
Yeah,
is fucking wonderful. He's written it for me.
Oh yeah. All you have to do is read it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right then, Mr. Dawson, shall we have a look at one of these idiots we've just been talking about? And we'll have a look
Yeah.
at a video if you wish.
Yes, coming up first, ladies and gentlemen, we have, and I'm not kidding, the invasion of the moon. This is just, it's too insane for words. Now, it's got a real grandiose 15-second intro, but, you know, in the spirit of fairness, we'll let it go, right? You know, so here we go. Let's dig deep and, you know, mind your foreheads. Okay, hold on. You guys aren't hearing it over the little group thing, though, are you?
No.
No,
Oh,
we didn't hear the intro either, but
yeah.
Fuck the intro.
Hold on a second here. Maybe this is the one I needed to do. Let me try going back over to it quick, because it's still just his intro, right?
Technical difficulties, yay!
Yeah,
Do you know what's worse? Pre-stream, he tested everything and he had it fucking working to a T.
Yeah.
2 days in
He
a
even
row.
got my
Gremlin.
voice meter working for me. This is how
Right?
fucking spot on we were.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Here. We'll,
Dear, oh dear.
give it this one.
I don't know. Give a fucking human a monkey's job, eh?
I know,
Yeah,
God.
it's
We
one
need
of
to be
those
grinding
things
that
that-
organ and getting you to do it, Chuck.
Jesus Christ. What are
Exactly,
you
man.
going to do, you know? Okay. Let's go with this
Well,
one.
That was a good one, barman.
All right, thank you,
No.
Squire.
Very quick, sir. Very
That's what the wife
sarcastic,
said.
barman.
Oh, wait.
Uh-huh.
Well, while you play with that a moment, Dick Demonic Davros just said, "Hey, today I found out for $400 I can be certified vaccines educator."
Oh, that is
God.
wonderful.
That's-
I am so tempted.
That's rather frightening.
It is terrifying, but I
That
am
is a
very
bit worrying,
tempted. I think there was a thing about. Have you heard of this MMS thing about drinking bleach and how it's supposed to like cure autism or stuff like that?
Oh, yeah, it'll cure everything,
What the-
including life.
Yeah,
Right.
precisely. It is just fucking horrible. It is
That is-
terrifying. But they have this program where you can pay a bit of money and sit a course, and then after that, you can call yourself a reverend. So I've been very tempted
dear.
to do that. But the only drawback is like I don't want to give these motherfuckers my money.
Mhm.
I don't blame you.
Nah.
Kirk
Yeah.
Pimp is a vaccine educator for free. Says, ask my old girlfriends. Yeah.
I've just got to read something else out though as well. End the conspiracies you just posted saying, can we let the group know that there's no stream tonight on his channel due to no internet?
Oh,
good.
okay.
How are you
Okay.
doing that,
Say
man?
that. Conspiracy, please let me know. But yeah, it looks like he's having some technical difficulty with his own. So that's no
It's
good.
just one of those freaking nights, you know?
Yeah. At least we're literally streaming, so we're just having technical difficulties with
Yeah.
videos.
We're having.
And I'm having technical difficulties on the words that are supposed to come out my goddamn mouth.
Do you know? I was just about to say we're having a technical barman.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm technical when I'm making cocktails. When I'm making a cock out of myself, I'm just a tit.
Well, I think it's only Jet Monk that can make the cocktails by wrapping his tail around. Yeah.
Where's this
So just,
going? Abe?
Same
Good
people.
evening.
I know, but you know, you're into that.
The other night, when we were turned down Monkey, literally walked him up the street and said, "Is this person yours?"
All
He
right.
went, "Oh, yes."
Ooh, there's sound.
Ooh, the devil's here.
Wow. What the?
Well, he hit 666.
Yeah, okay.
Precisely.
Yeah, do you know, I was probably so drunk because I used to live in that area. I was probably going to go home.
Right.
You just end up knocking on some old lady's house,
Yeah.
just going, "Yeah, I'll go crack
Oh,
it out
if
now."
I just walked off, we should have
That-
recorded it.
I tell you what, that wouldn't be the first time that I have. And she was an elderly lady, and I thought I was trying to get in, and I was going, "Babe, let me in." And I actually was knocking on the glass, and because it was an old glass, my hand went through it. The police come and arrested me, but also I had no clothes on. I only had my pants on.
I think that may be why you got arrested.
And then and I felt so bad, like the next day when I sobered up in the police cell, and they said it was an elderly lady, and I was like really concerned. But she said that I wasn't a threat or anything. She didn't feel threatened by me. She was just like, "What a bloody hell's a naked man shouting out 'babe' in his underwear to me?"
So it's a more amusing one. Go on.
Maybe she might have been flattered.
Well, yeah. I could imagine if she
would have
just
been if
fucking
there
let
was a
me in.
bowl.
She could have just fucking let me in, and I'd been like, wake up in the morning with some woman who's about 78 years old or whatever.
Well, funny enough,
You're going nowhere, young man.
Change the bed. Yeah, there was a story from up in Scotland. We're getting so off topic here, but it's funny. And this elderly couple, they came downstairs, and there was a person asleep on their sofa. They woke him up and said, "Oi, what are you doing?" He said, "What do you mean, what am I doing? This is my house." He was on one street over from where he lived, gone down the wrong road drunk, went round the back because he normally does. They hadn't locked the back door. He just walked in and fallen asleep on the sofa.
Do you know, I didn't get the end of that, barman.
Yeah, it faded right out real odd for me.
Back on the Shills
Yeah. We're losing you, barman.
Yeah, you're going through a quantum singularity, barman. You're stretched.
Yeah.
Well, I was watching the. Is that better?
Yeah, there we go.
Better.
Yeah, I was watching the Hangouts video clips things. Then there seems to be some feedback on the Shills, so I don't know if it came back from that.
Maybe. This is like a fucking freak show.
We need to call an exorcist.
Right.
Our favorite physicist has been possessed.
That was some creepy shit,
what,
man.
No, I'll tell you what that is. That's that fucking zombified brain cell.
Holy.
Right. First thing
Okay, we might be ready for a video.
Yay.
Awesome. That's what I was going to ask before we get completely off topic.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes here. You know, things just might work out. So I'm gonna click it and we'll see. This video has like one of those dramatic intros, so it might just kick in. So expect it and wait for it.
Is it?
Yeah.
What I'm about to show you is aircraft after aircraft. When I see UFO, I don't mean alien. I mean tax.
Oh. I don't know what happened there. Sorry.
What I'm about to show you is aircraft after aircraft. When I see UFO, I don't mean alien. I mean taxpayer dollars.
Oh, did it all phase out? Here we go.
It's been very pissy offy today, isn't it? Did you not your computer?
Oh, we got a picture.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had everything all, queued up, no problem, and ready to go. But yeah, once again, only for the test. We'll see here. It is actually moving now. And I think we're supposed to be able to see that.
There's that tiny, you can just about see that. There's that tiny little white dot moves underneath the moon. And it might seem like it's repeating.
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah.
Okay. That was the invasion of the moon? What the fuck? Are you kidding me? There's got to be more than this.
It's annoying. Oh, trust me, there's not. I watched this twice today in case I missed something. We can leave this playing in the background. It's not a problem. There's no more audio, so just mute it and leave it playing.
Okay. Hold on, I'm just bringing us over to a different scene here. This is ridiculous. Let's go back to the beginning and we'll watch a clip of that, and everybody can have a turn explaining how ridiculous this is or whatever they'd like to say, because this is really, really crazy. So hold on, let me get us back to the beginning. That was nuts. We have to try this again. Folks, don't try this at home. It could really, really hurt. Okay, so I'm gonna switch it back to the beginning.
Brain damage.
Beginning of the video here. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
What
It
I'm
should
about
switch
to show
over
you
here,
is
yeah.
aircraft after aircraft. When I see UFO, I don't mean alien. I mean taxpayer dollars.
That statement didn't make any sense, did it? What does it? No aliens, but textually, it is a disjointed sentence.
Yeah.
His whole
what
video
pay of dollars flying around? What is it? Is it? I mean, is someone just throwing taxpayer dollars into the air and just seeing what happens, or what?
Yeah.
Do you know? I think you might have fucking got it right there, AB. That's all he can
about.
fucking mean. I don't know what the
Planarwalk, what do you
Does
think?
anybody
This
know?
is kind of the lowest of the low, isn't it?
I think that he might be onto something. The U.S. government is using taxpayer dollars to buy moths to invade the moon.
Bang on.
No. Okay, so it's a moth conspiracy. Now let's go back to the video with a renewed skepticism and a different look and see if we can see this. Here we go. Oh shit! It restarted again. This thing. All right. Wow.
What I'm about to show you is aircraft after aircraft.
This guy's
When
got
I
some
see
great
UFO,
video, actually.
I don't mean alien. I mean taxpayer dollars.
This is the worst video I've ever fucking seen.
Oh, it is, isn't it? It's fucking terrible. Do you know what's worse? I think we can stop. We can stop.
Okay.
The rest of the video is a repeat of a repeat of a repeat of a repeat, apart from the really good picture of the moon.
Yeah, he doesn't say anything.
Worse, he's got that amazing picture of the moon, and then he zooms in shit quality, which, by the look of it, he's not zoomed in with the camera. It looks like he's fucking digitally zoomed on the film fucking afterwards.
Oh, he's a twat.
Yeah,
it's the best part about this video is the comments. They're hysterical. I got them pulled up right now on my tablet, right? This one I'm looking at says, astrobiology, Donnie. They're hunting by the light of the moon. I mean egg sack. Crap, I don't want this to be true. I kid you not.
Fuck?
What?
God. I mean, it's just fucking... I'm baffled by it. I don't know what he's getting at, and it's a pile of shit. Move on.
He's basically going on... He thinks all the UFOs we see, they're not aliens. Well, UFO doesn't mean fucking aliens. Let's get that straight.
No.
It's unidentified flying object. It could be NASA's new spacecraft. It could be a military new bomber.
It could be a fucking drone.
It could be a fucking drone. It could be what look is his, either a moth or a fucking big bird that's just too far away to be fucking seen properly.
Well, yeah,
I love how they
thing is because actually, if you look at one of the later shots in the video where he's really zoomed in on it, it's like you can kind of see wings flapping.
Yes, they're birds. They're moon birds.
I'm watching on a phone, so I couldn't.
Yep, ask bald white guy about it. He knows all about them there boon birds.
So, are you telling me that UFO doesn't mean unidentified flat object?
Oh, I guess it depends on the circles you're running with that day. Because in YouTube, man, we got them all.
Oh, here's another
Unidentified
good comment for you.
fucktard object.
Oh, go on.
Here's a comment that says, do you see the moon, Luna Moon, at her request, moving up and down and side to side? She's trying to commune with you on a different vibrational frequency. She's one of God's children's too, full of love, and loves when you whistle toward her. Try communicating with the moon. It will open your frequency levels to change, and it goes on from there. Oh my God.
I actually
Okay,
think that is some good, really good advice, right? Any conspiracy theorist should take that advice, and just you need to be in a really public place. Try communicating with the moon; it will work out perfectly for you.
Yeah, very public place. Keywords here. So make sure you follow the instructions carefully. Planarwalk knows what he's talking about.
I know what it is. It's where they take, when they take doctors and scientists and teachers up there for 2-week holidays.
What, to the moon?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're absolutely
AB,
right.
you're missing out.
Well, no. Last time I couldn't go. I mean, they just had one a few weeks ago. But yeah, I was otherwise engaged.
Yeah, you'd be lucky because they don't take barbers, but apparently you go on a train ride and that. I've done a video on it, and there it is.
Yeah,
train rides a lot.
I know that it's a thing, but we get all the emails, but I was a little bit busy. It's the moon, isn't it?
Apparently, I don't believe you because apparently, you're not sworn to secrecy anyway.
Well, Monkey,
actually, I
There's
am.
no one to believe you. Oh, you are?
Yeah.
So they lied. They lied.
Yeah.
Monkey, you're obviously in the wrong circles because even on holiday, people need haircuts. So I think you better get on the ball there and start talking to people.
Yeah,
yeah,
I know. I mean,
Living on the moon.
if you ever spend any decent amount of time in Turkey, right? You got to go to a Turkish barber, and have all the, to have the shave and then have the alcohol and then the flames and shit.
Yeah,
it's fucking
I could do all
gorgeous.
that.
So I can't wait until I get like a proper lunar shave.
Oh, wow.
As for the Turkish shave, can I
That's
skip out the
gorgeous.
shave, the hot towel, and just have the alcohol?
What's the moonshine like?
Ah.
Well, we've got a comment though from Steaming Cup of Reason. It's
Yep.
just refraction.
Going
You
to
guys
an
want another
old.
comment?
Sorry?
Yeah.
You want another comment from his video?
Oh yeah.
Sure,
Yes,
bring it up.
please.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, this one says, I said last week that it was starting to look like a traffic jam up there. I hope that you will be the first one to film a mid-air, mid-space, mid-firmament collection. I do think that someday soon some skywatcher is going to get a picture of one of these craft, and it will have an insignia on it so we can identify who is funding this. Instead of NCC 1701, it will say Deep State 1776. Anyway, have a great day. God bless. Shalom.
What the fuck?
Oh.
Dear,
I
oh
think we
dear.
should let Planarwalk answer to that because we're not
Yes.
making him talk enough. We need to put an extra battery in him.
It's solar power.
I thought it was nuclear powered. That 1.21 gigawatts. He needs to travel back in time.
Well, you
Yeah,
learn
I-
something new every day. Crack on,
Well-
Planarwalk.
Why do you think I had the stream about nuclear power?
Exactly.
Very
You're an expert
true.
now, so
Yeah.
let us bask in the glory that was.
So, yeah, obviously these drones are being powered by nuclear power. So I think it's the power companies that are sending these drones. So it won't be deep state. It will have something to do with a power company,
Yeah, it won't have deep state on it. It will have EDF.
So, can I ask you a question? Planarwalk, can I ask you a question? So, the drone that they use for the ISS, because that's been up there a long time, 20 years. I mean, will that run out, that nuclear power pack, and they'll have to put another one up there, or?
The ISS is solar powered.
No, but he's going from the other side. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, it's a drone, really, isn't it? Oh, did that go over your head?
Yeah. Yeah, it was the weather balloon satellite thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the only droning about the ISS are the idiots who thinks it's a balloon or a drone or that space is fake. They just drone on and on. Oh,
Oh, they fucking do. Repeating the
They do.
same old bollocks.
Oh, well, as most of that video is products, I've actually got a question for Planarwalk off the lovely Golden Skeptic, one of my first subscribers, who's absolutely awesome. But we just need to check first. Planarwalk, do you do cricket?
So I heard about the World Cup final. I didn't hear. The only thing I knew about was that England won the. I think it might have been a tiebreaker thing. It was the Super Over or something like that.
Super Over, that's
It
one,
was
yeah.
ridiculously long.
Yeah, that game goes days, doesn't it? Like, what's up with that?
Well, it's the World Cup, so it's only 50 overs each way, so they tend to finish off in a day.
Wow.
But yeah, it's still a long one. So yeah, but to feed on from Golden Skeptic, his full thing was to ask you if New Zealand would have beaten England if gravity hadn't made the guy step on the boundary rope. Just like, ha! But you've... Go on.
It's so the problem here is if it was in New Zealand, we would have won. You know, because the gravity in New Zealand would have. We're used to the gravity here, and not to your upside down England gravity.
Really upside down. Does that mean when New Zealand lost the world record? Yeah, blame it on the ball. But also, New Zealand missed out on something else this week. They lost out on having the steepest street in the world, didn't they? Did anyone see that one?
So
wow, that's esoteric.
Well, I only know because I used to live around the corner from where the steepest street in the world now is. And it's two things that the United Kingdom's got to take away from New Zealand. Their chance at winning the World Cup of cricket and the steepest street in the world. Completely unrelated.
We don't put the silly in the silly Shill show.
Yeah, but the thing is, right, and I know full well that the British response is inevitably going to be that the British are going to be more proud of having the steepest street than actually winning the World Cup.
Well, do you know what, AB? You wasn't there, but when they picked me up from Swindon, I was quite proud to point out that our bridge is the most crashed into bridge in the world.
Yeah, point of pride.
That was quite
Curve Pimp just put a good one in. Curve Pimp put cricket is golf played like baseball.
Yeah.
So that helps my North American brain.
I've got a weird one here. Who's feeling adventurous? Oh, well, we'll get Planarwalk to do it. Planarwalk, can you see the green room?
Let me just bring up the green room here.
Discord.
I can see the green room.
Cool. Steaming Cup of Reason tagged us in something at the Shills. It says, and I'm not sure if that's supposed to be read as a word. I've actually missed what it is. Does that make any sense to you?
Wait, where? Is this in the green room?
Yeah.
Last thing that
the very last thing. It just makes no sense to me, and it's like, oh.
The suspense is killing me. I'm not looking, so I can't wait to hear this.
CYSTFYFI 1701. Is that
I'm just wondering if that made any sense to you, and it makes you talk more, because why not?
I'm not actually.
What are we looking at? Which one? Steve,
I'm unable
He was the last thing in the
to.
green room, and it just made no sense to me. And I thought I'd get someone else's opinion who
Yeah.
seemed sober. And I thought,
I'm
because
not
of the time
authorized.
difference, will definitely be sober.
I'm not authorized to speak on that. Sorry.
Ah, is it a secret thing we should?
There we go. Okay.
Yeah,
I can
that's the
neither
other
confirm
thing.
nor deny.
Yeah,
Oh.
let's all keep our guns in our pockets and move on to the next topic.
Yeah, so there's a quick
I think the
question
next
from
topic is-
Doran Q asking, can someone explain cricket? And the question is, no one can explain. It is a game of the devil.
Well, I think that's a no.
What I want to know is how do they get those little knee pads to stay on the little cricket legs?
I do want to say something to AB Science there, because I think, AB, you've been hanging around Satan too long. Is he still not left?
No, he still hasn't left. He's like, ever since the Conspiracy Cats investigation. I mean, he's an absolute fucking ball ache. The thing is, like, when I try to record videos, like, he will just interrupt me with and stuff like that. I mean,
But
he just did
AB,
it.
AB, you put the cod out and let him stay. I mean, come on. Let's
No,
face
and
it.
then
You do take
and
some
then you
fun
hit
here.
666. You're his now.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
he'll have you eating Flurf souls for breakfast.
Tasty.
But it sounds like
souls.
AB, it sounds like you've absorbed like some of his like his way of speaking a little bit there.
Yeah, occasionally. I mean, he does rub off a little bit because, well, he does rub off quite literally as well in very. But you know, he can be a bit annoying. You know, as I said, he has the loud parties and all of that, and all the
When
weird
you hang
shit. I
out
find
enough and
myself-
you drink enough beer together, you're bound to talk like each other from time to time. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah.
You know, we do occasionally, have a few cold ones, have a laugh, and it's fantastic. But
Yeah.
you know, a lot of the time he's a bit annoying.
Yeah, a bit of a loudmouth, right? You know,
Can imagine him
always
being
has to
quite
have the
full
last
on.
word. Yeah.
And
Oh,
those cloven
that will
hoof
never get
scores,
old. That will
Does he
never
like
get
monkeys?
those cloven hoof scorch marks in the carpet has got to annoy Mrs. Science.
Oh yeah. But you know, he brings the beer, so
Yeah.
Well, you have to
You
make
know.
allowances for the man who brings the beer.
It comes full
Precisely.
circle. You know, yeah.
old. Oh dear. Right then, I think we've about covered everything we can on that video. Because let's be fair, it's a bollocks of a video of him
Oh,
looking
yeah.
at crap.
Definitely the worst video I've ever seen.
It's
Oh,
a whole
definitely.
lot of nothing, even by
Absolutely,
Flurf standards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, no one can take any credit for that being any good.
Was that
Uh,
even a flurf? Do you know what I mean?
I think
Oh,
it
yes.
Probably.
with
Oh,
a
it come
camera.
from one of them cameras, from one of their channels, did it? Because I mean, I don't know what it was.
No,
That's-
if
that's-
you have to be that batshit crazy, you must be a flurf.
Oh,
For anyone in the
definitely.
audience that's interested, that's Donnie Daytona. He changed his channel name, but you can easily find it just typing a YouTube search, Donnie Daytona. It'll pop right up.
Oh,
Beautiful.
dear. So I think our next thing is the news. Am I right, Mr. Dawson?
Yes, let's kick it over and get into
Oh.
Babe's Idiot Report, which is an
Can I
absolute
just ask-
doozy tonight.
Just before we do that, we do have a request from Tatty Buggle. And I think Kiri's going to take care of this for us. It'll take about a whole 10 seconds.
Okay, perfect.
Hey guys, this is a shout out for Tatty Bogle's boy Torin. Happy 18th birthday on Tuesday. Have a great time. Don't get too shit faced.
Yay!
Nah, don't-
Awesome.
you're
Happy birthday.
shit faced.
The only problem
birthday.
is there's
And-
no one who can say like it's not possible to say "don't get too shit-faced" with a Scottish accent and be taken seriously.
And on an 18th birthday party. Jesus.
I'm just trying to be responsible, guys. What can I say?
Yeah, and while we're on the subject of birthdays, if I'm not mistaken, Stuck in Florida, who is part of the Chog clan and I think subscribed to most or all of you, has a birthday today, I believe.
Yes,
Today.
that's right.
Happy birthday.
Yes, and there,
Awesome.
I do believe there was one other one, if I can just try to remember. So yeah, carry on, keep going. I'll give it a shot.
Kerry,
That's still freaky. That is freaky to fuck.
Kerry Mack, he's Tatty Bogle. He's the you're the Glaswegian guy, aren't you? I think
He is, yes. I
he
believe
is.
so.
Yeah, I think that I should get both of you on my one of my rants because you can't beat a Scottish rant,
You can't beat
do
a
it.
Scottish man.
especially a Glaswegian.
I'll come on and translate for him. How about that?
Well, my granddad was Scottish, so but yeah, you can translate for everyone else.
Awesome. Let's do it.
Yes.
Robert Leger says, I want a shout out. Well, have a birthday and we'll give you a shout out, Robert.
I wonder
Happy
if it's his birthday.
Robert.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Robert. Have a drink
we-
on me.
But
You
we've
know, if it's
opened the
now,
fucking
cool.
bottle
If
now.
not, well, we've got
We
it covered.
have-
Yeah.
Opened the floodgates. Amy Hogan's kid has a birthday today. He's 14 and his name's
Oh.
Matthew.
That's
Happy
right.
birthday,
That's
Matthew.
right.
Happy birthday, Matthew.
Yeah,
Happy
Matthew.
birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Right. Before we play the video, anyone who else's birthday, they've got 5 seconds.
I mean, I could drone
Otherwise,
on
I'll feel
about
be
the,
here all night.
I could
Oh,
drone
sorry,
on
Amy.
about the birthday paradox here quite a lot, but
That's a good
let's
one.
not.
Well, let's
Well,
switch
how
over
about
to
next week
Babes.
we do a birthday paradox section?
What is the
Good
birthday
idea.
paradox? Is that if a leprechaun has a birthday, a Scotsman becomes immortal? What?
Okay, I think we need a
Yeah, bring on Babes now.
yeah. Let's not go into that. There's maths involved.
Yes. Oh dear.
Okay, so let's get on with the idiot report with Babes Troglodyte.
Welcome to another edition of the Shills Halftime Idiot Report. I'm Babes Troglodyte. 50 years ago today, July 20th, 1969, 3 heroic American astronauts landed on the moon. It remains an absolutely remarkable event in the history of mankind. And yet, there are those that deny and apparently are convinced that this incredibly complex and amazing event was faked. Honestly, folks, I still can't believe it. So, to honor the immensity of this event, we will skewer one of these individuals for the idiot they are. This guy is worse than an idiot. Much worse. For those of you who haven't already met him, let me introduce you to Barnabas Nagy.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff. All right.
I'm Mike.
So they had to draw this because it's all fake, right? First of all.
Nagy. You know that's a cartoon, right? We have real footage of the launch. What are you doing?
Well, let me show you something here. I'm going back. So on this video, you can see when the ignition starts. Let's have a look at that.
2, 1, 0.
Okay, so you can see that first the cloud is coming here, not on the stage, right? Because basically they are using a cloud engine. So obviously they have to fake that, and they show this in an animation as well, so that you can see that they are lying. Obviously, this is just a cloud engine, nothing else.
Cloud engine? What cloud are you on? What the hell's a cloud engine anyway? The rocket fuel used was refined kerosene and liquid oxygen.
1969, by the way, again, numerology here.
On our show.
Numerology? 1969 isn't bogus numerology. It's simply the year that this took place.
From engineers to computer programmers to the people who sew.
Computer programmers, you're kidding me? Well, of course they needed computer programmers because they needed computer graphics, CGI, to make the shit available. None of this would have been possible without computer programmers. That's what he's saying.
Airtime.
CGI graphics didn't exist in 1969. Your desktop computer would have filled an entire room in 1969. And those computer programmers were working on guidance and navigation systems, not animation, you dumbass.
Okay, so they work with 3 antennas in space, right? Satellites, they are calling it, to communicate with the people on the moon, right? But if you are going to the mountains, you're losing signal. Alright, so you buy this bullshit.
That's a complex equivalent, trying to equate communications between Mission Control and Apollo 11 with ground-based cell towers. There are no space mountains to get in the way in space. That's Disneyland, dude.
Constant sunlight between the Earth and the Moon. In order to regulate the temperatures on Apollo 11, we had to perform a maneuver, which some call the barbecue roll, in which we rotated sideways like a chicken on a spit.
Rotating sideways like a chicken. And they say this and you buy this shit. Oh man, like it's so ridiculous.
Your refusal to believe anything about the space program does not in any way invalidate their accomplishments, except to you. The maneuver that you're laughing at, known as the barbecue roll, was required for temperature regulation. There's approximately a 400-degree difference between sunlight and shade in space. Making that maneuver was essential to maintain proper temperature balance.
As impressive as the view was of this alien moon seen up close, it was nothing compared to the sight of the tiny Earth. The Earth was the main show.
Yeah, the Earth was the main show. That was the point. The reason why they had to go to the fucking moon is to take a picture of the Earth that it's indeed a globe. What a bullshit. And of course they faked the whole thing, obviously. They never went to the moon and they just photoshopped the Earth into it so that they can sell us the lie that indeed the Earth is a globe.
Well, Nagy, it's a good thing that reality doesn't require your approval to be what it is. The Earth is a globe. Get over it. You, Barnabas Nagy, are a disrespectful moron, and I hereby nominate you for the Golden Anus Award. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for your viewing pleasure, actual footage of the Apollo 11 launch.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11. Tower cleared.
We got a roll program. Neil Armstrong reporting the roll and pitch program, which puts Apollo 11 on proper heading. Plus 30 seconds.
Roll is complete and the pitch is programming.
This footage speaks for itself, folks. Nothing short of spectacular. Now, back to you, Tom.
Well, thank you, Babes Troglodyte. Tonight's idiot report was absolutely perfect. That was amazing. What do you say, guys? Who's got the comments?
Oh, God. And she tries to tell me, no, I'm just a reporter. I'm not a debunker. Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
No,
No
she's
doubt.
banging.
You can shelve that. Monk, go ahead, buddy.
She's awesome, man. She's awesome. I told her that. I always watch her videos again, you know.
Oh, I do too.
Because she puts them up on her channel, so I always go back and watch them again and leave a comment.
Babes is my favorite trog girl.
It's going to be a channel worth watching.
She should be your only trog girl, bro.
Yeah, there we go. It was nice to see the real stuff at the end. That was awesome.
I would definitely have to watch that.
Yeah, definitely. I'll watch it on my 50-inch later. Well, tomorrow.
Yeah. Right on.
Oh,
so
good.
Planarwalk coming up. We've got chemtrails. What do you think?
This should be fun.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I fucking hate chemtrails.
I forgot to get my guitar, didn't I? I need to grab that.
Oh, come on now. Serenade.
He's just showing off with his guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but mine's nicer.
That
It
could
might
very
be.
well be the case.
I don't know. They both play music.
There we go. Okay, everybody watching is going to get charged an extra $5 for the cover charge here for the show that you're getting now.
As long as it's his own song.
Oh, it's just random chords I'm playing right now.
Oh, that's all right. It's a good song.
Well, well, one of my favorite songs is about chemtrails, right? And I can tell you the chords. The chords are C, then F, then A minor, and then G.
How's about you play it for us? This is, you're getting quite good signal through here, so come on.
Yeah.
Serenade us, bad boy.
Yeah, I don't want a fucking lesson.
Okay, so the chord it goes something like.
And sing.
Went to the shop to get some pies. What I see up in the sky? Is it a plane, or is it a bird, or is it Nathan Oakley having a turd? We got chemtrails on Earth. Penis, take 'em out of a plane. Out of my penis, we got chemtrails on Earth. Chemtrails on Venus, take 'em out of a plane. Out of my penis, yeah. So yeah.
That was wicked.
That was fucking awesome.
I'm crying here. That was fucking awesome.
Fucking hell. Brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good God.
You and I are recording this at some point, by the way, Planarwalk.
Oh, yeah. I want in on this, too. I could do some backup vocals and stuff or something. Oh, yeah. You're not leaving me out. This is awesome.
Yeah. Sing us a song, Mr. Plannerman. Sing us a song tonight.
I could just be
We're
Ben,
all
couldn't I?
drunk and we're skeptical. Oh,
Well,
that
that
was
was
just
nice
saying
and fair play.
We have to give credit to Conspiracy Cats who wrote the song, though.
Do you know, I thought I'd heard
he's
it
awesome.
there
Cool.
before.
Okay. Right on.
So his apostate is actually saying Planarwalk versus Dell guitar off. Now, I haven't seen much of Dell, but he's actually not too bad.
I wouldn't complain if Dell just started a music channel, you know?
Yeah, it would just be all right. I mean, stick to your strengths, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never really seen him do anything. I can't believe it. I don't really know what
No.
you're talking about.
No, I just heard a few kind of like 5-second long noodles, and it's like, all right, yeah, he knows how to handle it. So, yeah, fair play to him. But then again, that guy seems to be fantastic at his work as in tiling and all of that. And Danny Pratt seems to be really good at woodworking. So if they just focused on that shit and created YouTube channels focused on that, then maybe we would have a no, fuck it. Who am I kidding? It wouldn't be that funny, would it?
Was that almost the thought of AB Science starting a band and then a woodworking company with some of these people?
Something ticking over there, wasn't it?
There was. Oh dear.
I mean,
Anyway,
it might be a
before we
little
get-
more productive.
It probably would be very much more productive than the stuff they come out with now.
Planarwalk,
before
that's
we
a
get-
damn good point. That's a damn good point, man.
Oh,
Prob-
right.
They probably
Go on,
wouldn't make as
Monkey.
much money, though, would they? They'd make
Well,
more-
if they did it well, they probably would.
Well, that's the thing. That guy's main source of income is fucking tiling and shit. So,
well, yeah.
I think that you're going to say then his main form of income is fucking. Thought fucking hell, he's not making a lot
he's a
because I don't know
porn
anyone to
star.
pay for that.
Yeah, he's a porn star. I tell you what, that guy is so fucking confused. He is one of,
About porn.
about everything, man.
Right, we're getting off track here.
yeah, I
Reining
mean,
it back in, boys.
I just want to make a very quick point, right? This is just about the misogyny and pornography. You know, there's not that much onus on the man being that attractive. So, you know, just for the ladies.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you just have to be along for the job.
Oh. Right, Dick, I'm stopping you there.
Yeah.
I can see where this conversation's going, and it'd be a long night, very stiff talk with you in the morning.
Yeah, stop that, Dick.
Might get a little hard to talk at some point.
Oh, jeez.
Right, can we have a video now before we
That was awesome.
get restricted?
Yeah, okay. So we'll bring up this chemtrail madness and we'll see what we can make out of this. This should be really funny. It should be all set to actually work. So, you know,
Yeah, is it going to work?
Yeah,
Why
hope for
did
the
you
best,
say
pray
that?
for the worst, you know. I don't know.
Why did you say that?
Yeah, that probably was kind of stupid, wasn't it? Okay, yeah, well, you know, I'm going to click the button. Let's let it happen. The guys can't see the video yet, but all it is a stupid text intro, so you're not missing anything. Hold on,
Yeah,
it's
we
coming.
can hear it. It sounds fucking awful, though. Even though he's not even saying anything.
Yeah,
To
I'm
be
going
fair,
to
it
pause it
sounds
right
better
there
than the
just to
last
make
video.
sure it doesn't keep going, right?
Sounded like
Oh,
chipmunks
okay,
on
shit.
mushrooms.
To me, sounded like some fucking dodgy Euro.
This presentation to you guys goes. For some reason, it's taken forever. Chrome's wanting to be a real jerk right now. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it's not as good as Planarwalk
Seen
song.
them in the air,
No.
spraying their chemicals across God's landscape. Tanks replacing seats that used to carry passengers.
Okay, stop there straight away. Now, I was the king of research this afternoon, and I found that picture there that he showed with the couple of tanks in the plane, and I found the original copy of that.
Yeah. Hold on, I can bring it up.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, because I think it was sent to me, and it could just take a moment in the background if somebody wants to have a little blah and a blah and a blah.
Yeah, I have a little
And,
blah about
blah,
it because
blah,
if you
blah.
look at the actual video that this asshole displays, right, he presents that image in really quite poor resolution, even though the image is available. That's upside down.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Sorry.
That plane's in New Zealand, yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
at the
for fuck's
equator.
sakes.
That's
But
gone
he
back to New Zealand.
Yeah.
He presents a
There we
really
go.
grainy image of it and everything. You know, I want to say there's a bit of dishonesty going on, but the thing is, there's a really high quality picture available taken by the guy. But I'll let it over to Barman to explain actually what it is.
No, you can go ahead, but that is the actual original. That is the very first posting online I can find from it. It's on a website all about photo, pictures, and things like that. The original credit, and it's ballast tanks basically inside the plane to test for weight one side, weight the other, weight distribution as people move. Basically, testing a fucking plane.
Yeah.
Because you have these ballast tanks, and this is from my understanding, is that you have these ballast tanks all the way down the plane. And what this allows them to do is to, through all the pipes and all the tubes that you see, allows them to move the water around and actually test the mass distribution on the plane, because that does have a huge impact on the fuel efficiency. Now, because, they started doing these tests, and ever since on planes, like it used to be like, you're on a relatively empty plane and stuff like that, and they would quite happily move people around in more comfortable seats. But now they're a little bit tighter on that, and actually saying it's like, well, no, we're not going to move people around willy-nilly, because especially if you're on a cheap flight, because this is actually going to affect the fuel efficiency of the plane.
I was going to say, I took a flight where we were on a family holiday over in America, and we took a short flight from one of the islands back into Miami, and they had us, there wasn't many on the plane, but they had us sort of evenly spaced throughout the entire length of the plane. It was fucking weird. Shit weather as well.
One thing that I can...
Oh, sorry, go ahead there.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I can confirm what AB Science was going on about there, because as everyone knows, I'm Wolfie 6020s.
Yeah, your dad must know something about this.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Kiri Mack has a good comment from the viewers.
Hey, so Steaming Cup of Reason says, that was a fucking water bomber to fight forest fires.
At the first one, yeah.
That picture of a flight test aircraft with water blast to stimulate passengers.
Yep.
Right on.
And I like this one. Porn stars, the only job where being told you suck is a good thing. You heard it here first.
Those are great. Right on.
No,
Thanks, Gary. That's excellent.
No problem.
It's good to know that the audience comes up with the same kind of filth that we do.
Yes. We're in good company.
Right
We're
at home
infecting
here.
them.
Good. So, shall we, let it roll a
press
little
play
more?
again, yeah.
Alrighty then.
A virtual checkerboard across the sky, and you are the pawn. So much.
I don't
that
think
the
you know how
sun-
to play checkers.
Oh, did you want me to pause it there?
No, it's fine. It was just an offhand comment.
Okay,
that's
here we
not
go.
quite checkers, that's chess, mate.
to the greenery. And what is in this disgusting fabrication? A depopulating enzyme to end all life? The form of a disgusting gray blanket that drapes over everything.
Ooh.
Not only-
A depopulating enzyme to end all life? Are you fucking kidding me? Have
Yeah,
you seen
that's,
the population development
hold on.
I don't know. Sorry.
Do you know what, right? What I don't know, but the thing is, why do it that way? Why not just put it in our fucking water?
Well, there's so many issues, right? Because geoengineering is a thing, but we'll probably go into that a bit later. A depopulating enzyme. Let's have a think about the statistics of, I don't know, the world population. How many people do we have in the world right now? And I don't know. Let's think about how many people in the world were, what was the population of Earth before aviation? Now, I'm not 100% sure on the figures, but before we invented the airplane, I think it was between 1 and 2 billion, somewhere like that. And 100 years later,
Yeah, and not
yeah.
And not only that,
What
AB,
the
but
fuck?
it's continuing to get fucking bigger.
Precisely, and that's the issue. And I don't know, maybe this is a bit nerdy, but the phrase, which is commonly misused, exponential growth. applies here, and that has a very specific meaning. Actually, exponential growth means that not only the growth increases, but the rate of growth, and however you differentiate it, the rate at which the rate of growth increases as well, and the rate of growth in that rate, and blah blah. As you go down, it just increases. That is exponential growth,
right?
And Paige, that's kind of the amount of times you say growth and rate. Just checking.
Planarwalk, did you have something there?
Yeah, I was going to say, are we still talking about porn, or have we moved on from that?
There's a lot of growth.
You can talk about porn if you want, but I think maybe if the planes dropped porn out the sky, it would probably have a better effect on population control than fucking.
Honestly, everyone.
Than fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, people like Donnie making content like this and beat himself to death.
But there's a comment. There's a comment from. I haven't read the whole conversation, but Steaming Cup of Reason has put that bird was dropping chem turds.
Oh, yeah, nice.
No, run away.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Global Mum. 1.6 billion. 1900. Yeah.
Excellent.
That pretty much
Well done.
demonstrates the point, right? Because in the late 90s, it was early aughts, it was 6 billion. And then in the past 20 years, it's grown an extra billion, right? And that shows that dramatic increase.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and life expectancies are generally getting longer as well. And in the early 1900s was average of 60, and now it's average of what, mid-70s? You know?
Yes.
Mid to late?
I think that there's easier ways to control the population, like
castration.
One way that that people are trying is through the use of soy, apparently.
Well,
Really?
actually, there is only one, absolutely 100% surefire way of reducing population that we have actually got very solid scientific evidence for. And you know what that is?
Gunfire?
Education. Education. It is simple as that. It is just economic welfare, education, equal opportunities. That reduces population. It's just simple as that. Just having a good life means, and being well educated means that you have control, better control over your decisions, and you make a better decision around what you want your life to be.
Yes.
And I use better a bit flippantly because that's absolutely wrong. It is a bit flippant, but all the evidence shows that, you know, more education and the more opportunities that are available, it just shows that reduces population and actually reduces the population crisis that, you know, and has real possibility to affect the population crisis that we are experiencing right now. So if we're looking at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, you know, obviously they're dealing with the vaccines and all the great work they're doing in that sense, but the real key to the work they're trying to do, it's about education and empowering people to make choices.
Exactly.
And that is the key way in which we can address the population crisis. Now, obviously, it can go the other way because you don't want, you know, it to shrink the population, but there will be an equilibrium found in due course, and we are not there at the moment.
No, that's very true. We're definitely not there. Jen Morgan in the chat would also like to remind us that castration is an option. So, you know, I present that to everybody.
Ethics. Oh, Jesus.
I've just had a comment pointed out to me.
Yeah.
By only demon or heathens, because only he could do it. Oh God, I can't believe I'm going to read this out
Yeah,
for as crazy as I am.
Golden Skeptic
Drop
just pulled me up.
porn, get cum trails.
That's why I made you read it out, Barman.
Oh,
Yeah.
I find that funny as fuck, but I can't believe
That's
I read
hilarious.
But okay, we just got a community strike.
Yeah. So,
Luckily, we're not
Skeptic-
monetized. We wouldn't see any more even if we were.
So Golden Skeptic just pointed out, like, it kind of pulled me up on total bollocks. The only way is to give women the control over their bodies, and that is absolutely correct. But that all
comes from
embodied
education as
within education. Absolutely.
Yeah, I was going to say that comes from education as well. Having women actually be able to say no, fuck off.
Yeah, because education goes
in the
beyond
politest possible
just
way. But yeah.
Education goes beyond just knowing what, understanding binomial theorem or things like that. It's about actually understanding the power you have over yourself and the decision-making ability that you have over yourself, and having respect for each other. And
exactly,
then actually empowering the individual. So education, it's not just about knowing Pythagoras' theorem. No, it's about knowing the value of yourself and how important you are, and the respect that you deserve as an individual. So education is directly proportional to women having control over their own bodies. And
yes,
women being able to, that's all it is. It all embodies that.
Yeah. A great momentous occasion in the whole empowering in that nature was the pill itself, right?
Absolutely, because the pill was shit. We're going off topic.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't help it. So sorry.
But the pill and things like the invention of nylon, it just happened around, and to a very big extent, it powered that sexual revolution, it really started laying the foundations of people having control over their own bodies and just being able to really say no. And that was such an important part of our development as a society. It was such an essential keystone. It was a key part of
suffrage, the whole bit, right?
Of women's suffrage and establishing this equality. And we're still not there, but without that, we wouldn't
be at the awake point now where most people are bang on track, and we just have some laggards that we have to drag along, right?
Like flat earthers.
Yeah, there you go. Right, they're a perfect
kicking
example.
and screaming into the 21st fucking century. Jesus
Christ! Most flat earthers have been brought kicking and screaming into the fucking second century, to be honest.
I'm just trying to drag. I'm just trying to drag them kicking and screaming out of their fucking rabbit hole.
Oh, true. Very true.
Something we should fix. We got to keep trying.
Yeah, if I save one of them.
That's the thing. If out of all the videos I ever do on YouTube, if one person goes, Jesus Christ, I realised I was an idiot, then I'd actually feel good about it, because at the moment I just do them for a laugh. But if something like that happened, I go, well, that's really nice. You're no longer a fucking moron.
I'd be like, glad I opened your eyes. Now go and have an interview with Fight the Flat Earth.
We want them to stay on our side.
Very true.
We do have one, don't we? In the future.
Hopefully,
our very own one. Oh, you haven't spoken to him though, have you?
Don't think so. Yeah. Anyway, we're getting off topic again.
One thing that I want to say.
Planarwalk?
Yeah, I just want to say something about the video. They're talking about depopulation enzymes. Isn't that something close to viruses? Like, wouldn't viruses actually be more effective than spraying enzymes on people?
Yeah, yeah. Like
Well, there are
I
many issues.
don't get the end goal here, really.
Yeah,
Demonic
watch 'em.
Davros says there is not a single shred of evidence for this supposed population control. You know, and there isn't.
Yes.
This is just ridiculous.
Yeah, when this
figured
moron
it
talks
out.
about depopulation enzymes, I keep thinking back to the 1940s and 50s B horror science fiction movies, where people start melting. I haven't seen a melting person yet,
Well, that's the issue with flat earthers and conspirators in general. It's the, and I think we pretty much had this with what's his fucking face. A call for an uprising. They just don't understand the difference between fact and fiction. They just see a B movie and say, "Oh, this is an accurate depiction of reality," or
So tomatoes are really out to kill me?
Yes, they are.
Oh my god!
When somebody's willing to reference. When somebody's willing to reference the Truman Show, they are just completely off the deep end, right?
Oh,
Come on.
Exactly. But that's exactly what I was going to say. Not the Truman Show, but they'll bring up a film and say, but this is their way of telling us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, these are
We
the brave
are the
souls.
them. We control everything, but we want you to know we control everything. So we're going to put these little hints in all these movie things, just so we could feel special.
Just
But
to fuck with your heads.
Just to fuck with your heads, yeah. I figured it all out though. Step 1: release shitty information that vaccines are bad for you with no evidence at all. Step 2: release chemicals from the sky that would be okay from you if you'd have had the vaccines. Step 3: remove the fucking morons who don't believe in step 1 because they've not had the fucking vaccines. Step 4: no more stupid in the fucking world.
If I weren't such a stickler for ethics, I think that sounds like a wonderful idea.
Well, don't forget the Illuminati have no ethics, but yeah.
Oh, shit. No, seriously. My last Illuminati meeting, it was all about ethics. Shit.
Yeah, it's like the people who control the world aren't. It's like people who control the world aren't smart enough to figure out that if they chemtrail the Earth to control the population, they're poisoning themselves.
Exactly.
Oh, that's why.
Why have you not had your injections?
See? Yeah.
Get
Is that
your
what they were
injections,
for?
you'll be fine.
Is that what they were for?
Yes.
Oh, right. Yeah. No, 'cause I've got to go and get those next week.
But that's why you've got to ask these people that are conspiracy theorists these questions like, do the rich need vaccines to protect themselves from the chemtrails?
Yeah.
Watch their mind
Well, I think-
imploding on itself.
It's going to take us slightly off topic, but I've got to mention it. When all these people go on about 5G is going to give everyone cancer and control all the world's population and stop people getting pregnant, well, these people who are in charge of the government are going to have 5G phones as well because they're not going to want slow internet. Fuck's
Yeah,
sake.
because we all know that information is dangerous.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Right, let's crack on with this video. We'll be here all night. Not that I'm complaining, because I'm in the mood to be here all night, but
I've
we
got
need
to
keep
go to
going.
bed soon.
Okay,
Well, that, and
yeah.
we've got an armful of comments to read at the end.
Okay. I'll kick this one in. Hold on.
But blocking everything that the sun naturally gives our bodies. Are you vitamin D deficient? Crazy chemicals induced from the compound's complexity sometimes can look beautiful.
Okay, sorry. The
Yeah.
vitamin D deficiency. Really?
Sorry, it'll just take a second to pause. This is crazy. We gotta, yeah.
Yeah, it's getting a bit nutty. You need to sort your CPU out.
Yeah.
Your usage is only
There it is.
23%. What's going on?
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's still an audio driver issue, and that's what's making it glitch under render, but not under any other type of usage situation. It's really crazy. But anyway,
yeah.
okay, we got it here. So AB, there's your pause finally.
So, are you vitamin D deficient? What? It's supposed to be blocking out all of these things, and I just don't understand it. It's like I'm not definitely not vitamin D deficient, and I actually have very few things in my diet which give me vitamin D because I don't really eat dairy products and stuff like that, and all the bits that traditionally should give you vitamin D, like red meat and all of that.
Right.
And I don't actually spend that much time outside because labs and shit.
Right,
I
But
can relate
the
to
small
that.
amount of time I spend outside seems to be sufficient for me to get vitamin D. So, and pretty much, and I'm not unique, right? Most of the Western world lives like me.
Right.
We're absolutely fine.
Yeah, I rarely run into somebody where this is a problem in their life. Like, really?
Yeah. Last time I checked, rickets is it's really quite a rare disease. Now it does happen in the West, and there are some issues in certain areas, but
not so
it's
convinced
not
here.
a thing, not convincing.
No. I'm calling absolute bullshit there as well. Anybody else got something here?
Oh, definite bullshit. I work 15-hour days and hardly see the sun, but I see the sun enough walking between work and home to get the smallest of tans. But I mean, logical, you must sit most of the days in the cave waiting for the dinosaurs to pass. Do you have a problem with vitamin D?
Actually, I do, but it is related to a medical condition that I have, where I don't absorb all the vitamins and minerals from my diet properly. But I'm a rather rare case,
I mean, that's actually cool. Well, not cool for you, but it's cool that it's interesting that happens for this video. I'm going to shut up because I'm just rabbiting.
Yeah, come on, Barman. You just rabbit it on now, aren't you?
Go on then, monkey. What's it like in the tree?
Another rum.
I need to go.
Well, that explains why you're so pasty white there in our little shill cave there, barman.
That's just
with
I'm
the hours
British.
you keep.
No, it's just because I'm British, mate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's his
Kiri's
suntan.
even paler.
Yeah, we don't have vitamin D in Scotland. Never mind sunshine. None of that.
And everyone's doing just fine.
But Scotland is beautiful.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
just
is. Oh, you guys. I'm turning my mic off now.
You can't. You've got loads of comments to read later.
Yeah, there you go. Shall we let this play a little bit more?
One thing I just want
let's
to say,
finish this video off.
Planarwalk, yeah.
So when it comes to where I live, there aren't a whole lot of planes around where I am because I'm sort of, I don't want to say where I am, but I'm kind of a little bit out of the way. There is an airport nearby, but I mean, I don't. It's always cloudy where I am, so all the time, and I don't know where the chemtrails are coming in. Maybe Australia's exporting some to us or something. I don't know.
Well, or it also could be that you guys get a special kind of chemtrail that really spreads out and lasts a long time because then, less planes, but more trail, right? So they balance it out.
Or maybe they just haven't got round to chemtrailing you yet. You're next. Planarwalk, you're next on the list, pal.
I've already got the tinfoil hat, so
yeah, you're pretty much ready. I think you can survive the coming storm. Shall we?
We just take vitamin D tablets. Problem solved.
Yeah, well,
I take Sunny D. Does that count?
There you go.
That'll do. Crack on.
I think that's
right. More video.
Crack on.
Yeah, okay.
We know that these beautiful colors are nothing but deadly. Ask yourself why. Why the immense chemicals in the sky? Agenda 21, Operation Solar Shield. What is the next excuse? The beauty lies in the deception.
Okay,
Wow.
sorry. Agenda 21.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Who's
the
got
UN
some
one, isn't it?
Shit on that.
Yeah, there we go.
I've made a video about Agenda 21 because, I mean, it is something about sustainable action. But if you go through the document, there's a 300-page document, right, on Agenda 21, and you can go ahead and look through it and realize that it's actually talks a lot about taking people in poverty and bringing them up to an adequate standard of living.
Well, that's one of the key things, isn't it? Yeah, because Agenda 21 is focused on long-term sustainability, and one of the key bits that I already mentioned before is around education, but the sustainability is about there's a certain aspect about controlling population. It's about controlling population growth, namely, and Agenda 21 on the population control, it just really identifies one of the biggest aspects is education and improving the welfare of the individual. That's the main thing. So how is that evil?
I mean, florists weren't educated, or conspiracy theorists probably weren't educated. So.
Well, that's the thing, though. But they all went to school, haven't they? But then they've just rejected it all. You know what I mean? Or been brainwashed by some fucking YouTube videos. So they're like, yeah, they just fall into this trap, and but they're surely not. You can't say that none of them went to school.
They've had better education than most of the developing world has to fucking offer.
Well,
they've thrown it all away and gone, no. Government do this, we do that. Duh.
Yeah, but you have to consider the key point, right? These are gullible motherfuckers, and you can have all the education you want, but if someone convincing enough just gets the time, and it's all about the timing. They can spin you some really fantastical bullshit, and all they have to do is just time the following statement right, and that's that. They're controlling your mind.
Yeah,
no, sorry.
My colleagues have a special descriptive word.
That's the
one. And all they need to do is for any and just time it right, because someone can go, well, what that person has just said is complete and utter rubbish, but all that person who spreads this conspiracy bullshit, all they have to do is say, but that's what I want you to believe, and then you're hooked in. And that's it, and that's the end, right?
Yeah. Has Kevin said anything yet? Dead Kennedy in Space was able to jump in.
Not yet. I was just about to introduce him.
Cool. How's it going, buddy?
Fantastic. Just got done with that debate. It was an absolute slaughter. It was wonderful. And I thought I'd pop in and say hi. And I wanted to say hi specifically to Planarwalk because I never got the chance to apologize for ruining your live stream with my little discussion with why you are an idiot.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, I did see the video though that you made.
You did see it?
Yep.
Oh, okay, good, excellent. That was my big concern. Was I felt like I jumped in and just kind of made it a shit show. And you said specifically that you wanted to have a calm, rational discussion, and I screwed it all up.
In fairness, that was a bit of a mistake on Planarwalk's side, because we were talking about flat earthers and calm and rational. Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Their words don't go together.
Yes, I think more appropriate would be shit and storm, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Massive.
It was a good show that night, though.
But
it was good.
Yeah, there's one thing that I was wanting to say about the whole Agenda 21 stuff that they're going on. No, there's a video that I have that hasn't been released yet. It will probably be released tomorrow, but not on my channel. It'll be on Fight the Flat Earth's channel, right?
Okay.
And this person was saying about how they're trying to keep you happy so that they can take... And I'm thinking, wait, what's wrong with people being kept happy?
Well, have you ever read Brave New World?
No, I don't think I have.
Oh, that one I find really interesting because it's a dystopian novel, but it's kind of utopian in that everybody's really happy, but everybody's ignorant to most things going on.
No one is allowed to be happy. Sorry, that was Beelzebub. He just fucking interrupted.
My God,
again.
you sounded
Sorry.
like my ex-wife then.
AB, tell the Lord of all that's evil that he can have his turn at the beers, but leave the microphone alone for now.
No, I will fuck up your stream at all costs.
We need to sacrifice another goat. He'll go away then.
I know. We need to go out and get some goats later on.
There's some round the corner. I'll go and get one later. I'll put it on the altar. It'll be fine. You'll leave us alone then.
Smashing. Thank you.
Right.
Awesome.
Should we have one more little play of this video and then start wrapping things down?
Sure.
Yeah, man.
You gonna stick around, Kennedy?
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Okay, it's a little chemtrail action. You'll love this. It takes a second or two to pause when I go pause for some reason. I'm still having a bit of an issue over that driver, but it's better, so it's pretty much working.
All right.
And here we go.
Present death. Soon, even the water will be so clouded you won't see your reflection. Chemicals spreading from one end of the firmament to the other. Don't they?
It's pausing. Hold on. Yeah, well, that's true, but come on. Just so Kevin understands the kind of crazy that this really is, right? You see where we're going here?
It sounds like someone describing a chemtrail apocalypse that's never going to happen.
Yeah.
The whole world's going to end after the next flight.
Oh, painful. Okay, here, I'll kick it back in.
Regardless of the chemtrails, right? The reflection is a result of a change in the...
are a representation of the slow death that's being sprayed in the sky.
It's a reflection.
Yeah.
Refraction, sorry.
No, exactly, right? Here, hold on, I'm bringing it back over.
Yeah. It disgusts me to think that there's so much beauty before
it's kind of
your
glitchy
eyes
for
that's
me.
being
I'll coming out
tainted by
okay
a
in
chemical
the end.
killer. Ask yourself why. Why? Next time you see these planes in the sky, there's only one word to describe them. And now you know.
Oh, his video is really buzzy here.
Why did you make this crap?
Why are you so angry at clouds?
Yeah, basically.
We made it.
Oh, sorry. I tried to kill it before that.
What
Damn it.
the
Okay.
fuck is going on?
Well,
That
someone
is-
just woke the monkey up.
So that is the most
Come on, monkey, what
obnoxious
do you think
intro.
of it?
Yeah. Isn't that awful, Kel? Holy, man.
Well,
it's worse. His intro's the same. His intro's all like, yeah, let's go to party. And then he becomes all depressed and quiet, and I'm going to talk really slow
And
because I've shit myself and I can't get out my chair, and if I laugh, it'll squirt out the sides.
and then I'll
A really
probably
bad
fucking
hard rock
want to
song.
eat it.
So I actually, seeing as he mentioned Agenda 21, I decided to go and look at the Agenda 21 document from the United Nations. All I had to do was search water. The first thing that comes up in the document is protection of the quality and supply of freshwater resources. And that they've got a whole chapter, I think, devoted to that. It's chapter 18. To if I search waterway, does anything come up?
This is awesome.
Yep.
Powers of the internet,
But that-
everything is at your fingertips.
But that's all they do, isn't it? They just hear things and then just sometimes they clearly not sometimes clearly they don't read shit. I mean, it's like JM Truth with his Antarctic Treaty. What he says is absolutely it's not what the treaty says.
Yeah,
it cannot go
many
there.
things that JM Truth says is complete and utter
Bollocks.
bullshit.
I don't think a lot of them can read. It's just whatever their other halves or children or parents will come and read for them. And then they go, why are you reading this crap? They'll read the title for them and go, oh, I'm not reading this rubbish again, and walk off.
Here's another part of the document. The health sector cannot meet basic needs and objectives on its own. It is dependent on social, economic, and spiritual development while directly contributing to such development. It is also dependent on a healthy environment, including the provision of a safe water supply and sanitation, and the promotion of a safe food supply and proper nutrition. Does that sound like a global conspiracy to kill everyone?
Not really. But
I'm fucking terrified.
I will have to point out around the whole, and this goes into the water fluoridation thing, and that it's somehow designed to make you more stupid. I would just like to point out that the most widespread water fluoridation program that is happening is in the United States. You know what is also most common in the United States? And that would be flat Earth.
No way. We've
That's
got a few
funny.
over here, and the most common name is fucking Nathan.
Yeah, well,
one of them is yours, though.
Well, conspiracy thinking is not yet listed into the DSM as a mental illness. We do have a particular descriptive word to describe people who think along these lines.
Fuckwit.
Delusion.
Very polite.
Fuckwit works.
See,
We try to say it nicely.
Yeah, see, I prefer globe-denying, gormless fucktards.
See, that's much more fitting.
Yeah, that suits them well. Telling you
Yeah,
now.
I think it goes down nice, especially with a beer.
Let's be fair. They're all fucking fuck sponges who deserve to fucking choke on their own fucking stupidity.
Yeah.
Do you know? I just want to say I've got my boss watching, Sylvester, and he says we're all funny.
Well, thank you. So, Planarwalk, what do you think of the whole idea of the chemtrail conspiracy in general? Like, that puts somebody pretty far down the rabbit hole, don't you think?
Yeah, so it's disappointing when these people get into positions of power Because there was actually this guy in New Zealand that was the leader of the Conservative Party here, and he believed that chemtrails were a thing. Fortunately, he got ridiculed to no end. And at the time, I didn't actually. I was undecided on chemtrails because I used to be a bit of a conspiracy theorist myself, but I was pulled out of that. Thankfully, I saw things like flat earthers and realized, holy fuck, if I believe in too many conspiracy theories, I'll become one of these guys.
Well, I think there's also a very important point you made. It's about, you say people in power, right? But fortunately, not enough of these people end up in a position of power, but do they? Because, what is a position of power? If you look at people like Jenny McCarthy or Andrew Wakefield, who get a lot of mainstream media attention, they have power.
Yeah, and then you've also got people like Alex Jones, and a lot of people realize Alex Jones is, you shouldn't take him seriously, but then you've also got people like Glenn Beck and all those kinds of people. So you've got people that have television space.
Or your lovely friend, Professor Doctor of what is it? Neuroscience, neuroscience, clinical psychology, blah 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 blah. Our best friend from Canada, Jordan B. fucking Peterson.
Oh, that was a big embarrassing hit to take. Ouch.
Well,
yeah.
You see, it's all about the fundamental substrates of our culture.
That was really good.
I was hoping for that. Thank you.
Well done, man. Well done.
Oh, sound.
So, who else has got a little something they would like to rant on chemtrails before we close?
Okay, yeah. So there's a quick point I wanted to make, and this is about geoengineering, and my thought around this is right, because we are truly exploring geoengineering. It is something that is being considered very, and I have to add, very, very carefully. But to me, it just seems like taking a plane, loading it up with chemicals just to dump it into the atmosphere is a horribly inefficient way of doing it. Because at the end of the day, all you need to do is get a large helium balloon with a garden hose, and you just raise it up, and you just pump that shit from ground level. Right? That's all you need. It's not very difficult.
Well,
I love
why
it.
even do they need to put it that high? Just put it in the water, put it in the food.
That's what
These
I said.
people believe they're controlling everything anyway, but
precisely, factory exhausts. Put it in your petrol.
Yeah.
Just make sure that your car emits those fumes. Just put it in, pump it out of factories, or just take a garden hose and a helium balloon, and you're grand.
Well, do you know what? And I've said before, but like these people's lives must be a fucking nightmare. If they go outside and they see a fucking plane and there's a contrail, it's like chemtrails, man. And if they're ultra fucking paranoid about it, especially when you see a lot of planes going by and you get them crisscross patterns, they must be going out of their fucking minds. Do you know what I mean? Oh, hit the fucking bunker. That's why I built a fucking bunker under my house, just in case, holiday season's the worst. They're out here all fucking day.
Well, I was going to say, we have got pictures of World War II bomber runs, but I think it's getting a bit on.
Yeah.
We'll make them available afterwards. But let's talk to our resident head in a jar, because he's only just got here, but he has been a bit quiet as yet.
Well, something you brought up, Barman, why drop them from that high up? Like, if I were to, say, drop chemicals from a plane 36,000 feet above Kingston, where I am, they're going to land in Toronto. And not only that, they're going to land among the people who are supposedly spraying them. Like, I don't understand the whole. How are the elite who are propagating all this? How are they escaping the chemtrails?
They go beyond.
They've been vaccinated.
Yeah, they take their vaccines.
Yeah, there are safe
Oh, yeah.
vaccinations, but only the elite get them.
Yeah.
They go. Actually, no. They just have to go beyond the ice wall.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because they actually all live in one of those other planes elsewhere.
Yeah.
Or maybe they've had the better personal domes, the ones that don't let these chemicals in. Because don't forget, there's personal domes as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Or they're just fucking alien. Lizard people, so it don't affect them. Or Bigfoot in disguise. Who gives a fuck?
We're
But,
reminding the mind of fucking conspiracy theories now, aren't we?
Yeah, man. We're really scraping the barrel of fucking lunacy.
Oh.
It was one
right.
There's
I
one thing
think
that
we've had a. Go on, Planner.
So there was one thing that he brought up, right? That, like, he said about spraying chemtrails over God's Earth or something. But there's one version of the song that I did of the chemtrail song, which it's only a few lines that I can play, and I can play it if you like.
You crack
Awesome.
on, sir.
Yes.
Crack on.
Chemtrails on Earth, chemtrails on Venus, they come out of a plane and out of God's penis. The chemtrails on Earth, chemtrails on Venus, they come out of a plane and out of God's penis. Yeah.
Can I just say that I believe in chemtrails? Don't we do them over crops?
Okay, yeah, you got a point
quite
there.
the same.
That's funny. You do have a point there. Crop dusting chemtrail. Yeah.
But the one from
Perhaps he should drag them fucking dumb fucks into a field when they are crop dusting and hopefully
might help.
Eradicate that fucking nuisance and all.
Yeah. I think Kiri's got some comments that were saved. We should probably go to Kiri Mac and see what's coming at from the chat. How's it going over there, honey?
Hey, going good. So we've got a couple of
All
comments here. Inquisitive Quandary says, enough Bacardi 151 and you'll be able to, and you'll all be familiar with chemical castration. And when we were talking about the vitamin D deficiency, he reckons that everyone has a vitamin C deficiency. Everyone gets scurvy. Nobody gets laid. Population control. There you go.
Brilliant.
Kristen Frost Laserbeam says, anti-vaxxers decrease population. That's a pretty dark way to do it, though. And also, if they spray stuff to keep women from getting pregnant, the Illuminati can't mix dead fetuses into fast food burgers.
I love it.
That just gave me a hankering for a
burger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I want the
Fetus burger.
fastest drive-through I can get, so I get the maximum dead baby in it.
Oh, Dawson. Wrong. Oh, we all know they put it in the chicken, not the burgers.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yikes. Otto von Skidmark, great name, by the way, says,
Yes.
can we all agree to meet in Area 51 in September and napalm the fucking butt pluggers in one go? Let's
Yay.
do it.
Fucking
Good
hell.
idea.
I think
Area
the comment
51.
of the day, though, has to be Demon Orb Heathen. Drop porn, get cum trails. There
Yes.
you go.
That was
Yeah.
good. That was
There
I
you
love
go.
that one.
Well-
In fact, it was while AB Science was talking. I don't know if you noticed a little bit earlier, and then I brought that up. I actually laughed out loud when I read that. Oh dear.
Oh, I love it.
That's an idea for a future show, that, though. A comment of the day that builds up over months and months and months. Everyone gets shill points, and at the end of the year, we see who wins the competition. So everyone in the
yes.
comments now, you've got to think for next time of a decent comment for whatever we do.
Shell points, I like that. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah. I'll be fair, credit must go to Godless Engineer because he gives out those 100 God points, but yeah.
They're worth fuck all. He tells you.
Also a shill points, but that's not the point.
No, you can get a point that it's just a point.
Well, the god points, they're worth as much as spraying vinegar in the sky to protect against chemtrails.
That's funny. That didn't come up this evening, too.
The only issue is that the only reason why one should spray vinegar into the sky is to stop chips from tasting bland.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially when it starts raining fish and chips.
Penetrating potatoes when they're still in the ground.
I have had a thought though. We can actually beat Goddess Engineer because we could make shill points worth something. Whoever wins the shill competition at the end of the year can have a free pint in my pub.
Yeah.
You
have to make your own way there.
Yeah, you have to make your own way there and back. It's one pint of whatever I want to give you.
All right.
To be in New Zealand, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
It's not going to work well for me, so I won't play. That makes more room for everyone else.
Well, you can't play because you're already a judge.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, yes, right, yeah.
So does that mean when I come to your pub farm and I have to pay?
No, you get a free pint. All shills drink for free in my pub.
There we go. All right.
What about guests?
If that's alumni, of course, yes, alumni, and anybody who's joined for the whole show is top level alumni. So Planarwalk, get your butt over there and get wasted.
Yes, man.
I'll have a French martini, thanks.
Yeah, we can.
I love it.
Do you have?
I think at this point we should probably give it to Planarwalk for the last word.
Yes.
Yeah, I just have a question for sarcastic barman. Do you have Zambuca?
Oh God. Yeah, I've got Sambuca and I've got tequila and I've got the best one, Jägermeister, and it lives in my freezer.
Yes, the only place for Jägermeister is in your fucking freezer, people.
Yeah, but do not let barman near the Jägermeister because monkeys will end up in the middle of the road and they have to be returned to you by random.
And we took it easy. Easy.
I hear you fucked up our Kiwi too. I think you gave him a real good go because he sounded wasted.
Hey, listen, I'm a little bit older than you guys, and I need to prepare for a session like that. So a good
that
night's
wasn't
sleep.
a session.
Monkey, me too, man. Me too. Yeah.
Yeah, wait. Give him another 10 years, and they'll know what we're on about.
Exactly. Just wait.
Oh, like you have anything to say about age, Monkey? I'm 20,154 years old. Bite me.
I know.
You
So
know.
it only takes you a thimble.
Speaking of which,
a bit more.
logical. We didn't get your end thoughts on the chemtrail shit, so
Actually, I just had one of my colleagues step in. I'd like him to take it if you don't mind.
Yes.
Hello, my name is Dr. Frieden Schlipp. And people who think this way have fecal brain syndrome. The only cure is a cerebral rectal mectomy.
Can I have one of those?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a delicate operation. You want only the very best surgeon to perform a cerebral rectalectomy on you. Trust me, it could get really ugly really quick.
I want it drone operated from a projectile missile so that I can just have it inflicted upon who I want when I want.
I think you may have to collaborate with Radical on that one.
Yes, exactly. Now you're thinking like I am. The intercontinental rectal something or other fixer.
That sounds painful.
Well,
have some puppets that could be quite enjoyable.
Oh God.
Oh, right on. Well, I think we're pretty much wrapped for the night then, aren't we?
I think so.
Anybody got anything they have to get off their chest before we're done?
Yeah, if you don't mind, I forgot to shill earlier at the beginning of the show, but MC Tune is having a live debate July 23, 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time in North America. and it's with 33 UC. If you're familiar with Twitter and 33 UC, you know this is going to be fun. And Mr. MC Toon has asked me to moderate for them.
Excellent. Right on.
And
This will be fantastic.
And I just wanted to say, to all you fucking stupid, gormless, paranoid, dumb fucktards, chemtrails are fucking comtrails. Contrails, got it? Con fucking trails. Nothing more.
Monkey.
Yeah.
What did you say then? Sorry, it wasn't too clear. Was it cum trails or com trails?
Comtrails. They're not fucking chemtrails, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Fucking paranoid, gormless, dumb fuck.
I think he means closer to discharge, yes.
Oh, dear me.
Yeah, they make shots for that.
We really do get worse.
Yeah.
Speaking,
just when you thought it couldn't get any deeper.
Yeah. Sorry, Planarwalk, what was that?
Speaking of 33 UC, right? I've actually got a video which isn't about 33 UC, but it's about this thing that happened in Japan recently, where 33 people died. Made a tweet on it, and so I'm going to make a video talking about it. Hopefully, in the next couple of days, that will come out. So,
wonderful!
Yeah,
looking
I can't
forward
wait
to it.
See it.
That's if I make it. You know, my plans can change, but it'll probably be what's coming up on the Planarwalk channel. So,
Link to
Awesome.
Planarwalk YouTube in the comments right now, okay? Oh, you guys should go check him out.
Yes, definitely. Link to Planarwalk's channels coming up in the comment section. So if you're
Yes.
not subbed, get over there and do
If
it.
you haven't subbed Planarwalk, what have you been living in a cave?
Yeah.
Planarwalk, how did you end up here as well? How did you hear of us and not Planarwalk?
Yeah, right. You know, come on. So I think we have just completed the show, everybody. So everybody out there, thanks for joining us, and thanks for watching and viewing and listening and everything else you do while we're doing our thing. And let me say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye,
Everybody.
guys.
Goodbye.
Bye. Have a good night.
Goodbye, fine people. Or
I'll catch you on the flip side.
God.
And a big, massive thanks to Planarwalk for joining us.
Yeah, man. Nice one, Planarwalk.
Thank you, Planarwalk.
You fucking
Thanks,
rock,
Planarwalk.
bruv.
On a rotating, whirling, twirling rock in space that is just a fantasy in your head.
Comes to a light in the sky being a gas in a vacuum. Second law of thermodynamics violation, a violation of a natural law.
Of the chemtrails, they put little, these nanobot things, that come down, come inside of us.